Okay, for our correction, starting with soon. For your 1 minute speech, you mentioned I have a short script. Actually, Daehyung, both of you guys said that you had a script, so I had some suggestions for that. For yourself soon, because you did a 1 minute speech, I would recommend saying I prepared a monologue. A monologue is just basically something that you talk about in person. You were talking about the cat. Whereas, because of Daehyung's speech, you were talking about having a baby here. It's kind of hard to have a monologue about that because it's you were kind of giving some tips or advice. So in that sense, I would say you have some talking points prepared. Some talking points. Soon you said dogs want to leave their smells everywhere. We call it mark their territory. Dogs want to mark their territory. And they leave an odor. Pet odor. Or dog odor, yeah. We often complain about pet odor. He tried to copy all the contents of the newses. He tried to mimic. Yeah, he tried to mimic the way journalists spoke. MIMIC. And then I heard the way to improve how to read the person's emotion. This is a little bit hard to break down because it's kind of like leading from one thing to another. I heard there's a way to improve reading emotions, or to improve reading empathy, maybe. That's a little bit hard. Juhyun, when you were talking to your boss, you said, "Why did you see my paper? You just don't understand." I told my boss, this is hard too. You looked, but you didn't try to understand. Okay, yeah, you looked, but you didn't try to understand. Or you looked and you didn't interpret the information correctly. Yeah, actually, that's happened to me before, to where someone will receive a report and they just kind of looked at it kind of a little bit lazily, and they did not interpret the information correctly. There's a person of another team and I have to negotiate something. When I have to negotiate with another team, actually, yeah. I mean, there's always, I think another team will always have a person. So, yeah, when I have to negotiate with another team. There's no rule for a long takeoff. There's no rule for an extended leave or extended vacation time or extended days off. So extended means just like extra, right? And then and then you said I will leave on 8th of June to come here 18th. So I will depart on the 8th of June and return on the 18th. Hee-won, you said for a win-win game of two parties, find the overlap part. For a win-win situation, find the overlap. You don't really have to say the part. A couple small things, not really that big. Even he didn't know you're welcome. He didn't even know you're welcome, so just kind of move it around. Shoes are more worth than clothes. Shoes are worth more than clothes. Pretending to be the partner, pretending to be for the partner, like showing them interest in listening. I think pretending to show interest in the other party instead of partner. Because if it's somebody you have to negotiate with, not exactly your partner, sometimes another party. And when you said showing them interest in listening, maybe reciprocating. Because when you reciprocate, you're kind of like, you listen and maybe you kind of repeat what they say. And then so if they're saying like, you know, that they want an extra hour for lunch or something, then you might say, "Oh, an extra hour," you say. You're just reciprocating. You're saying what they say. Misan, he or she didn't look at it very first time very exactly. He or she didn't look at it carefully the first time. Or didn't inspect it carefully the first time. And then you were talking about the chart pitch. It's been grown up rising highly. There's a number of words that you can use for this. It skyrocketed. It jumped up. I think Stephen, he run company very well. Because you mentioned his name, Stephen, in the chart pitch, you can just say, I think Stephen ran the company well, without he. Next, to make contact to the eyes when you were talking about having a business deal, to make eye contact. Daehyung, I prepared my script. Oh, I already said, yeah, I have some talking points prepared. There's lots to do with before baby's born. We have a lot to plan and prepare before the baby's born. My parents don't use the specific word. My parents, in this case, you can say like my parents don't have a specific rule, or my parents don't enforce a designated name. And then I heard the Italian's intonation has very lots of vibration. I heard the intonation in Italian has a lot of vibration. Oh, actually, the vibration that you're talking about, we refer to that as rolling, like rolling R's or rolling letters, rolling vowels, things like that. So it's like when it's like, yeah, we call that like a rolling sound. And that's all.